Hello everybody, it's part 2. I know I ain't made a video in a little bit, but I'm gonna get straight into it. I ain't about to do no recap or nothing. If you want to recap, go back to the first video. Okay, so Naruto is waking up. He would wake up, he would take a shower, he would eat him a little bit of ramen, and then he would go to the Team 7 training ground. Little did he know that Kakashi was going to be longer than he expected. Kakashi was going to be 3 hours late. So Naruto would take a nap and he would wake up in his subconscious. He would see Hagoromo and all the tailed beasts. Every day he would ask Kurama, Shikaku, and my bad, I just didn't see the video in a little bit, and I messed up the script a little bit. So let's get straight back into it. I'm sorry that I called it 4-tailed fox, 9-tailed fox, 1-tailed fox. I'm sorry, I just had a lot of stuff on my mind. So let's get straight back into it. Okay. So every day, Naruto will ask the 9-tailed fox, Kurama, by the way, and Shikaku if they wanted to be friends. Shikaku would say no, not just yet. You'll have to prove yourself. Kurama would say the same, but Kurama would start getting warmed up to him. Because Shikaku has, way stronger hatred for humans. So Naruto, he would play with all the other tailed beasts. They would tell him some stuff to work on. And then he would talk to Hagoromo, the Sage of Six Pals. And the Sage of Six Pals would be like, you will be getting the Sharingan sooner or later. Naruto would be like, what? I'm getting the Sharingan? Wait, what is that? And he would be like, Hagoromo would be like, it is let's say, I'm just going to say an advanced eye. Because if you don't know what the Sharingan is, you shouldn't know what a dojutsu is, right? Naruto would be like, yes, I do not know what a dojutsu is. Can you tell me? A dojutsu is an inherited eye. Let's say, for instance, the Byakugan. It can see 360 vision. Well, not 360, if you know what I mean. What happened to Neji? It can see 355 vision. And a Sharingan, it gives you the power to react faster. It really just multiplies your strength, your speed, your awareness, and stuff like that. And it keep on multiplying and multiplying. It goes up to the 3 tomo before it morphs into something different. Since you're me, you'll have similar powers. Well, no, you will have your own, similar powers, sort of like mine, but they'll be a little different. Like, for instance, in this universe, I don't know if in his universe he could slow time and go through dimensions and stuff like that, but that's gonna be Naruto's. Like, Naruto would be able to do that because in this universe it was inherited. So yeah. So he would tell Naruto that. He'd be like, cool, when can I get it? He said, you'll have to work a little bit, but not that hard. Because since you're me, it should be easy to get. And come with me to this other room. Naruto would walk to the other room. It was like a fancy place. It was where Hagoromo stayed. He did not want to stay by his loudmouth children. So They would go to the other room. It was like a fancy hotel. So Naruto would be like, cool. This place is so cool. Hagoromo would be like, I know, right? So Naruto would be like, what are we supposed to be doing here? He'd be like, Naruto, do you see that board? Naruto would be like, no. And then he said, Hagoromo would say, check again. And then the board would appear with all of Hagoromo's, like, dojutsus, all his ninjutsus, all his kin. Wait, did he? I think he had kenjutsu. Yeah, because he used the black true seeking orbs, I think. Well, I'm gonna just say kenjutsus, all what he know. All his genjutsus, all his taijutsus. Everything what he knew. So, Naruto be like, cool. He'll be like, Naruto, after we do this, we're gonna train you to get the Sharingan. And then we're gonna train you to get wood release. He said, what release? What's wood release? The Sage's Six Paths would be like, wood release is a combination of water release and earth release. Naruto would be like, cool. And then Naruto would be, he would hear somebody calling his name in the real world. They'd be like, Naruto, 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 get up. And then he would wake up. He'll say, see you later to everyone. And then he'll wake up back in the real world. Kakashi would be over him, trying to wake him up with a book in his hand. You know, the little pervy book where he'd be reading. But then Naruto would wake up. He would be like, yes. And then out of nowhere, Kakashi would be like, the test begins now. Naruto would get up fast and dip into the woods. He'll ask everybody about what was going on. Sakura wouldn't want to tell him, but she would be like, I don't want to tell you this, but there's only 2 bells, and me and Sasuke are going, and you're going back to the academy. And Naruto would be like, you mean 3 bells, right? She said, no, 2. One for me and one for Sasuke. Naruto in his head, since he has like the Sage's Six Paths wisdom, he would be like, but I never heard of a team with 2 Genin and 1 Jonin. So Naruto would catch on fast. He'd be like, no, this is about teamwork. So he would take Sakura's hand and run as fast as he can to where he felt Sasuke's presence. Naruto would be like, Sasuke, this is about teamwork. Sasuke would be like, what would you know? You loser. Naruto would be like, call me a loser again and see what happens. Because in this universe, Naruto doesn't play no more. Like, he big dog. He ain't taking nothing from nobody. Except Sakura. Bitch. But, so, Naruto would say that. And then Sasuke would be like, Lou. And Naruto would interrupt him and say, you better watch who you talking to. And then he would tell Sasuke about how this test is about teamwork. And Sasuke wouldn't believe him at first. Then he would be like, look at it. Have you ever heard of a team with 2 Genin and 1 Jonin? Sasuke would be like, no. So why would they start doing it now? Naruto would say. Sakura would be like, because it was destiny for me and Sasuke to be in. Sasuke would cut her off right now. Nobody wants to be in love with your little ugly ass, flat titty ass bitch. And then Naruto would start laughing a little bit. I'm sorry, I just had to sneeze. That's how Naruto would be. And Sakura would kind of be down. Naruto would be like, I would be the diversion. Sasuke said, wait, Sasuke, what all type of jutsus, ninjutsus do you have? Sasuke would tell him, he'd be like, I got fireball. And I can really do nothing else. I can do fire stuff. Naruto would be like, that's all? He'd be like, Sasuke would say, yes. And then Naruto would say, well, you will support me with fireballs every time when you see an opening. And I will flip out the way. And then when the fireball get close to him and Kakashi Sensei tries to back up, Sakura would sneak in and try and take the bells and throw one of each of us to show Kakashi Sensei that she is not, like something worse than well, to show him that she is all about teamwork when she's actually not. She just loves you. Sakura would be like, why would I give a bell to you, you demon? Naruto would give her a death stare, what would make her almost dookie on herself. And then she would say, okay, anyway, I was gonna do it anyway. You didn't have to tell me that. So Naruto would jump out the bushes. He would start fighting with Kakashi. Kakashi would still have the book in his hand, reading it and just blocking with one hand. And then Naruto would almost touch the bells. And then Sasuke would come in with a fireball jutsu right at Kakashi. Naruto would jump out the way. And then when Kakashi Sensei jumped back to dodge the fireball jutsu, Sakura would sneak in and get the two bells and throw one to Naruto and to Sasuke. And Naruto would be like, we passed, right, Kakashi Sensei? Kakashi Sensei would be like, what? But the bells are right. And then Naruto would be like, right where, Kakashi Sensei? And then Kakashi Sensei would be like, you all pass. Then they would go to the spot where Naruto got, tied to the tree stump. But instead of him getting tied, nobody would get tied. So they would just, not Naruto. Sasuke and Sakura would eat lunch. But Naruto, he would say, nah, it doesn't really matter. I'm full. Wait, dang, I was saying Sakura. Aiko would say, never mind, Sakura on the team. Don't even worry about it. Sorry if I confused y'all. I confuse my own self sometimes. But Aiko, she would still be there. She'd be on another team. She'd be on the team with Kiba instead of Hinata. We'll take Tenten off for a team and put Hinata on that team. The team with Neji. Because in this timeline, Hinata is strong, but she still has a crush on Naruto. So they would pass. Naruto would go home. He would get some rest. Then the next day, they would do a lot of D ranks. And then Naruto would get tired of him. He'd be like, hey, old man. To the third Hokage. Naruto would be like, why do we always have to do these D rank missions? They're below me. Naruto would still have some of his personality like he did in canon. He would say, these D rank missions are below me. Sasuke in his head, he would be like, you are right. Like, these D rank missions are below us. And then he would be like, can we get a C rank? Or matter of fact, a B rank? The third Hokage say, no, you cannot get a B rank, but I will give you a C rank. And then Naruto will be like, what is it? Escorting a princess? Saving a king? Ooh, I got something even better. Kidnapping? No, I'm just playing. The third Hokage would say, no, it's none of that. It is escorting a bridge builder. Naruto would be like, a bridge builder? The third Hokage would say, yes, a bridge builder. And then he would say, bring him in. The old guy, he would come in. He'd be like, are these little runts supposed to protect me? Naruto could smell the drunk off of this old man. And then Naruto, he would give him a little death stare. And he'd be like, never mind, in this universe, like, death stares and killer intent is kind of like hockey. You know, like Conqueror's hockey. So, yeah. And then Kakashi Sensei would be like, go home, get some rest. We'll be leaving tomorrow. The next day, Naruto would fix him a bowl of ramen. He would get him a bag with all his stuff in it. Get him some kunai, some shuriken, and all that. Make sure to hide his true seeking orbs because he don't want to scare nobody. And then he would dip. He would go to the front gate. He'll see everybody there. He'd be like, how did y'all get here so fast? He'd be like, Naruto, you are half an hour late. You even later than Kakashi Sensei. They would say. Kakashi Sensei would start scratching his head. He'd be like, yeah. And then Naruto would be like, I was walking down the journey of ramen. And then they would look at him with a serious face. He'd be like, what? I was just playing. And then they would walk out the gates. That's it for the video, everybody. We'll see you next time. Part 3 coming out in a little bit. Get this video to 4 likes, 3 comments, and 50 views. And that part 3 is coming out. Well, no, 30 views. Part 3 is coming out. Make sure to share, like, and comment. You know what I'm saying? Peace.